Hello everyone, my name is Chon Bunnak. I am an assistant professor at this Faculty of Economics, Thammasat University. Today, I am assigned to introduce you to the courses under the field number 7 of our faculty. So let me share the screen. Okay, so the field number 7 has two major parts. And the first part is about human resources. So other giants must have already introduced you to that part. So my part is the second part, which is talking about environmental and natural resource economics. So why do we need to know about the environmental and natural resource in economics? How are they related? Let me show you why. I mean, if you think about the definition of economics that you always tell Ajahns when they ask you what economic is, you would say it's a science about how can we manage resources to limited resource to meet uh, human needs, right? So this is exactly about that issues. So maybe the first question is that the first reason for study these courses is that so you would learn how exactly economics help you allocate resource efficiently, like the literal resources. But the more important question is that right now we are facing very important challenges of humanity. Now, right now, at the international level, they call these challenges a triple planetary crisis. So that means there are three important planetary level crises happening. So the first one is about climate change. The second one is waste and pollution problem. And the third one is biodiversity loss. So these are the three main challenges at the planetary scale, which affects everyone in the world. So these challenges, if we know what they are, and if we can somehow contribute to the solutions, that could be good for ourselves and others, and also our children. So maybe if you want to know how economics can help solving the world's problem, maybe these are the courses that you should attend. The third reason would be if you enroll these courses, it could help you to achieve or be able to access some interesting career opportunities. Because right now the world is interested in sustainable development, and the big part of sustainable development is about environment and natural resources. You can look at the international agreement like the Agenda 2030, which contains sustainable development goals. You can look at the Paris Agreement, which is one of the most important environmental agreement of this world. So that means if you aim to have a career in an international organization, especially the ones related to the United Nations, you would need this kind of knowledge to get into it. You need to know about the SDGs. You need to know about the Paris Agreement. You must have some basic ideas about climate change. You must have some basic ideas about environmental and natural resource problems. And if you have the knowledge of environmental and natural resource economics, that would even be more helpful for you to get some positions in these organizations. If you aim to have a career in private sector, like consultant companies or big firms in Thailand or at the international level, these firms are also committed to these international agreements. So that means they need people who have the mind and the knowledge that is related to sustainable development, have some concerns about the environment, for example. These private sectors are trying to communicate. I mean, they are trying to act within themselves and communicate to the world and investors that they are sustainable using certain indexes and indicators like the GRI, the Global Reporting Initiative, which is a set of indicators that a firm has to report to the investors. And they're trying to get into Dow Jones Sustainability Indexes. Or right now, we have Thailand Sustainability Index, for example, to announce that they are sustainable. So that means these firms needs people to help them work on sustainability issues and help them create their own sustainability report. Consultancy firms also need people in their teams to help big firms do their sustainability report. I think at the minimum, the cost for the report is about 2 million baht. So, and they have to do it every year. So it's an open market. And that means they need more labor they need personnel who have this kind of knowledge in their team. So if you have the knowledge from our courses, you'll probably be able to also join the team to do the sustainability report. And lastly, if you aim to join public sector, you have to live with the 20-year national strategy. And these also directly linked to sustainable development goals and Paris Agreement as well. So that means if you have this kind of knowledge, it's also help you in your career in the public sector. If you want to work for the Bank of Thailand already have the Department for Sustainable Banking, and they are working on the green taxonomy, which is about the criteria for the bank to evaluate if the firms that try to get the loan is sustainable or not. No, then yeah, if you have this kind of knowledge, you could be helping them in those departments. And so even the banking, like the Bank of Thailand, also have this department that needs people who know about sustainable development, about environmental and natural resources, economics. So yeah, this field actually has some potential future career for you. So what kind of courses are we offering? The very first and basic ones are the 300 level courses. Now we have two of them. The first one is EE375, Apply Economics for Natural Resources and Environment. So the main questions for this course are, the first one is like, what is the relationship between economy, natural resource, and environmental problems? The second being, how can economic theories be applied to natural resources and the environmental problems? What are the roles of government, community, and business sectors in managing and solving environmental problems? What are the concepts of sustainable development and environmental justice? And lastly, how do we estimate the value of natural resource and environment, which is very important for several types of activity. For example, the impact of the project, the potential impact of a project or policy or a certain kind of law. If you have this kind of knowledge, you will be able to do so many things. The second 300 level course is the Economics of Climate Change, EE376. So if you want to know about climate change, how it works, and how economic can help you solve climate change, then you have to enroll in this course. So these are the main questions. So the first one is, how do climate and climate change work scientifically? The second one is, how does the concept of market failure explain the problem? How can economic measures help solving the climate change problem? So that is the part of solving the climate change. But of course, maybe we might not be able to successfully solve it. So we have to live with it. So what is climate adaptation? And how does economics explain such adaptation? These are also very important questions. And lastly, what has been discussed at the international level and what has Thailand been doing to solve climate change? If you enroll in this course, you will be able to answer these questions. Then we also offer the 400 level courses. So the main ones are EE475, Natural Resource Economics. So this one is very specific to natural resource allocation. So the main questions are, how can we utilize natural resources, both non-renewable and renewable resource, in the most efficient way to meet human needs for today and between today and tomorrow. So actually this course is very aligning with the definition that you have been having about economics. How natural resources can be managed and allocated efficiently. How does a community collectively manage natural resources? And what should government do to sustainably managing natural resources? And so these are some main questions that if you enroll in this course, you'll be able to answer. And then you will know how can economists answer the questions such as how many fish should we catch in order to allocate the fish in the most efficient way. When should we cut the trees in order to sell for the timber? And it's gonna make the owner of the forest maximizing its profit. Or how can we manage like non-renewable resource like minerals or energy, and how if these resources can be recyclable, how would that affect the management of the resources? These kind of questions also in the course EE 7475. The next one is EE 476. This is about environmental economics. So if you're interested in how can economics help solving pollution and other environmental problems, this is the course for you. So these are the main questions. The first one is how do we value or estimate the value of natural resource and environment and ecosystem services? How does pollution affect economic efficiency? What are economic policies to solve environmental problems such as PM 2.5, greenhouse gas emissions, water pollution, etc.? What is the concept of environmental justice? And how do environmental international agreements and collaboration affect other aspects of the economy, like trade and investment, for example? So this is another course that dive deeper into environmental problems. So these are the two main aspects of natural resource and environmental economics field. Then we have another specific 400 level course, which is EE 477, Energy Economics. Actually, we have some experts in energy economics in our faculty. So these are the main questions for this course. And the first one is, what are the characteristics and factors regarding energy production? How different types of energy can be substituted? How energy market works? And how international collaboration and geopolitics affect energy market and prices? Is Thai context different from other countries? Or some other questions, why the electricity price is so high, or why the oil price in Thailand is higher than Malaysia? These kind of questions would also be asked in this course. And then we have the last course, EE 479, Seminar in Natural Resource and Environmental Economics. So to enroll this course, you must complete at least 2 400 level courses in natural resource and environmental economics. So you can do EE 475 and 477. You can do 476 and 477. You can do 475 and 476. Any kind of combination, and then you enroll in this seminar course. The main question, well, you have to come up with a research question and find the answer. So I believe that the lecturer of the course will also advise you on in terms of research methodology to allow you to answer the research question that you set by yourself. So that is it for EE field number 7, natural resource and environmental economics. So thank you very much for your attention.